It is clear, I think, that acts of violence threaten to drown out those who have legitimate voices, legitimate demonstrators, and those acts of violence cannot and will not be condoned.
Condone means to give tacit approval to something that you don't agree with by not punishing it properly when it's done. So, for example, if children are drinking underage and their parents know about it, but they don't do anything about it, in a sense they're condoning their children's behavior because they are disregarding or overlooking something that other people would consider to be objectionable. Most schools and colleges have policies that they do not condone bullying or intimidative behavior of any type. When Russia annexed Crimea, most of the rest of the world didn't agree with that. So they put out sanctions on Russia to show that they don't condone aggression. The United States used to have laws that condoned inequality, but not anymore. Right now, the U.S. does not condone unequal treatment for people for any reason.
I've been called a lunatic. I've been called a monster. Well, then there are those thousands and thousands of emails that support our work and thank us for raising issues of concern to them. And that's what counts.
Lunatic is a crazy person. It refers to the moon, which is called Luna. And the idea is that crazy people are influenced by the moon and that they tend to act more crazy when there's a full moon, which is a very common metaphor. Werewolves come out at the full moon. And there may be some actual reason for this, possibly because the full moon tends to make things a little brighter at night, so people are more likely to go outside in the evenings when there's a full moon. You don't have to be a completely crazy person to be a lunatic. It can also refer to somebody who is more eccentric or who does strange things from time to time. A lot of people believe that most assassinations are caused by conspiracies, but oftentimes governments will explain the assassinations as being caused by lone lunatics. Most people nowadays consider Hitler to be a raving lunatic trying to take over the world. I went to a Formula One car race last weekend and saw all the cars racing around the track at lunatic breakneck speeds.
Recent discussions about a possible MUSC-CFC merger are underway.
The bottom line is that Arpaio and Zullo are still moving forward. The criminal investigation is still underway.
There's a search operation underway.
Underway refers to a boat or airplane or rocket that is on its way wherever it's going. It can also refer to an operation of some type or project that is in the process of being executed, generally beyond just the simple planning stages where people are invested in reaching the goal. And originally it comes from a sailing term where a ship was only called underway when it was actually out of the harbor, sailing wherever it was going. Once a boat has left the harbor, it's considered to be underway. Or if someone is traveling and they're still packing up the car, they're not really underway until they get onto the road and they're starting to drive. It can also refer to projects where there's a planning stage, which may take some period of time. So in this situation, underway would refer to the time when they were actually doing things in some sort of physical way, where they were perhaps clearing land. Or so if plans are underway to sell a company, that would mean that they're actually contacting real buyers, or they're trying to come up with an actual price for the company, something tangible that they can work with. Placing advertisements, something with a real presence of some type. So underway would mean that the project is proceeding, it is in progress, that there's some physical manifestation of the progress of the project. Right now in the trial for the Boston Marathon bomber, they are doing preliminary hearings, and they're also doing jury interviews, and they expect the trial to finally get underway within the next 2 months. In spite of the fact that many people have booked space tourism flights into outer space, all of the flights so far have only been test flights. The companies, however, expect the paid flights to go underway within the next 2 years. Chicago hopes to become a major 3D printing center over the next 10 years, so they are actually building a technology center on Goose Island, and they expect manufacturing to get underway within the next 5 years.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
Click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.